Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and I have a haul for you today and then kind of an update on where I've been and what's been going on and what the plans are for coming up. So I'm sure you've noticed, if you've followed me for any amount of time, if you follow the blog, I've not been blogging as much lately. I've had a few things up here and there, a few videos up here and there, but I have just been so busy. So there are a couple things coming up I want to let you know about so that you realize I haven't forgotten you. Besides this haul, coming up on, I believe it's the 2nd of February, I will have a project here on YouTube and also on my blog and also on the 3 Girl Jam blog. And the one thing I'll tell you about it is I'm using ribbon and some of the brand new 3 Girl Jam lace. And it is so gorgeous. I'll give you a little sneak peek of the piece that I used for this particular project. Isn't that pretty? If you haven't been over to the 3 Girl Jam blog lately, or to the store, head on over there, and if you use the code CP10, you will receive a discount as well. So be sure and use that code and see the fun new products that Julie has added to the store. There's new flare for Valentine's Day. It's only been up there for a month or so, and then this lace has only been in the store just a couple of days. So I know if you want a closer look of the lace, go back a few posts here on YouTube. I think it's been about 3 weeks or so since I posted and showed all that new lace, and it's beautiful. And so be sure and check that out. Also between now and then, I also have a post that I need to have up sometime later this week, before the 1st of the month or around the 1st of the month, for Art and Sassy. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a new swap that I'm going to be hosting over at artandsassy.ning.com. And if you haven't checked out the swaps over at Art and Sassy, I really encourage you to do so. It's a lot of fun. You get to see the creative talent of people, not only from our country, but from other countries. I received a package just yesterday, I think it was from Australia, that I'll be swapping out for this month's swap. And just a lot of fun. And so go check it out as we're gearing up for the end of the month. It's starting around the beginning of the month or the last few days of this month, and the new swaps will be going up. So it's a lot of fun, and I hope that you'll join. So now let's move right on into the haul. And this first thing is not really part of my haul, but I wanted to share it with you anyway. This is a postcard. I was out of town over the weekend. That's part of my crazy busyness. I've just been crazy busy. But my husband and son wanted to go to a rugby tournament, and so we went out of town over the weekend to that. And when I got back, this was waiting for me from my sister-in-law. It says, this postcard is a sculpture. Use this card to create a 3-dimensional object, exhibit it somewhere. And it really cracked me up. And on the back, she just mentioned, hey sis, you always send me super cute, thoughtful things. So I was excited to find something creative to send you. Now, don't let her fool you. She's very creative herself. She's a photographer. She did my daughter's senior pictures last year. She does stamping and card making, and I think she does painting. I don't know what else she does, but she's super creative too. So she's kind of pulling your leg if you don't believe all that. But I just thought it was super fun. So Marion, I'm putting that up in my scrapbook room, or my crafty area. I am not making anything out of it. It's just going to be where I can see it, where it can make me smile. So thanks so much. So now let's move on to the haul. The first thing that I want to share with you is this package of ribbon, and I've actually had this for several weeks and I haven't even taken the time to open it. This is probably the last one of these that I'll get for quite some time, because I stopped my membership in the club, but this is from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and they have a Ribbon of the Month club. And I believe it's only $9 a month, and this is the packet of ribbon. And it doesn't seem like much here, but when you open it up, each one of these are usually, I would say, at least a yard long. Now the lace tends to be closer to maybe 2 feet or so. I mean, that's kind of a rough estimate. And what I've done, and that's worked really well for me, is I've purchased it and had it sent to my house, and then a friend and I split the cost, and so we're each only paying $4.50 a month, and then we just cut it in half and share it right down the middle. And So that's worked really well, but I'm still getting such a huge stash of ribbon because I use so much 3 Girl Jam ribbon because it's the best that I love. I use it all the time. That I just found that I wasn't using this enough to keep paying even the $4.50 a month. But if you want to check it out, let's see, the website is www.reasonableribbon.com. And so check it out. It's a good value and it's a lot of fun. The next thing that I want to share is something that I picked up from 3 Girl Jam. Some of this was to replenish. Some of it was to send to a friend who is going to be guest designing for us. But I just wanted to share with you because I've not shared these with you for quite some time, and I'm hoping to in the next few weeks maybe do some projects with this. But these are the cotton muslin bags that we have that Julie has put in the 3 Girl Jam store, and this is the variety assortment, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's $5 for all of these bags. And so they come, there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags that it comes in this set. And I can't remember exactly, but I think it's $5 for the set. And I've been seeing some really super fun projects that my design team sisters have been doing. Sorry, my cat's getting ready to drink my Coke, so I have to move it. With this, and it's they've been painting them, they've been stamping on them. There's been some Mod Podge stuff, just all sorts of super fun stuff. So I wanted to get some to do. And one thing that I want to mention too is be sure and use that code, because the code CP10, if you use that, that's good on any order you place at 3 Girl Jam. And you can get a discount. I believe it's a 10% discount if you use the code CP10, and I'll put that in the description below so that you don't have to remember that. I also picked up some more of the pink and white bundle, and this one is actually one that I'm sending to one of my bloggy friends for her guest design team. Or guest design post that she's doing for 3 Girl Jam. But this has the kind of hot pink and then the antique white. This is the Merlot and London Blue, and really I had plenty of London Blue, but I was out of Merlot, and this is not the time of year for me to be out of Merlot because I love this red for Christmas and I love it for Valentine's Day, and I just love it all the time. So I picked that up. And then this is some more of the ribbon candy. This was a brand new ribbon that Julie introduced in the store at Christmas, or in November or so for the Christmas season. And it's the red and the blue, and they've got the variegated different colors, and it's just so much fun. So those are what I picked up from 3 Girl Jam. The next thing, I've not really been buying stamps lately. I've been trying to be good. I've been trying to not buy too much at all lately. But when Sweet and Sassy Stamps released their new stamp sets this month, at the beginning of the month, this was one I really wanted to have. And you can visit them at, I think it's sweetandsassy.com. I'm not sure exactly, but I will put that link in the description below. This set is called the Future clear stamp set. And the reason I chose this is, let me just read you the different, you'll be seeing these in cards because they're just, the sayings are so wonderful. The first one says, every experience God gives us, every person He puts in our lives is the perfect preparation for the future that only He can see. And that's a quote by Corrie ten Boom. If you don't know who Corrie ten Boom is, leave something in the comments below, and or Google her. She was a Holocaust. She was not a Jewess. She was actually German, but she was interned because her family chose to help Jews, try to hide Jews during the Nazi invasion in World War II. And she and her family were interned in an internment camp, and they didn't all survive. I don't remember. I want to say she and only her sister, perhaps. But anyway, if anybody knows about suffering, she does. And so that's a quote from her. This one says, he who kneels before God can stand before anything. The next one says, God's mercy is far greater than your mistakes. And then this is a 2 stamp set. And I think it would be a really nice sentiment to use on the front of the card, and then the second one on the inside. The front one says, God doesn't give us what we can handle. And the second stamp says, He helps us handle what we are given. And I really like that. The next one says, doubt sees the obstacles, faith sees the way. The next one says, don't let the shadows of yesterday spoil the sunshine of tomorrow. This one says, it is better to hope in the God who controls all things than despair in the things that are out of our control. The next one says, only God knows how it turns out, and for those who belong to Him, it turns out well. And then the last one says, He loves us not because we are lovable, but because He is love. And I just love those so much, and I thought they would be good for cards, but also maybe if I ever get around to starting my Project Life, I think it would be good for starting, for maybe Project Life, just some good reminders or quotes, or for journaling. Just so much I think you could do with that stamp set, so I decided I wanted that. And then the last bit of a haul that I have is from Blitzy. And if you are not part of Blitzy, Blitzy is a place that you can get discounted items. If you haven't ever purchased from Blitzy, send me a private message in the inbox with your email address, and I will send you a code or something so that if you refer people, then I can get like credits towards things, and then as you refer people, then you can get credits towards products. But they have discounted products, and these sometimes are things I've never heard of, which is kind of fun. Sometimes it's companies that you don't hear about all the time, like little starter companies, or companies that maybe aren't in my region of the country or something like that. And then other times it's the big brand stuff. This distress glitter, Tim Holtz distress glitter, and I have the invoice here just so I can show you, tell you how much they were. The distress glitter on these were $3.49. Probably not enough of a savings for me that if this was all I was buying, that it would be worth it. But since I was already purchasing other things, I decided I might as well save some money, because I've noticed that local craft stores don't have, they tend to be a little bit more expensive, and your big box stores don't always have the individual colors that you're looking for. Now Blitzy doesn't either. They're only there for a few days, and once they're sold out, they're sold out, but they do have fairly decent deals when you get them. So I picked up 2 of those. This is the Seedless Preserves and the Clear Rock Candy, and I chose these because I wanted to choose, I've not used the Distress Glitter, and I wanted to choose a color that I had the ink for, so that I could do some coordinating. And then Clear Rock Candy is just a popular color right now, and I wanted to have that. So I picked those up, and then I picked up these 2 things of foam tape, and it's called Pop Dot foam tape, and let's see, each one is 3 yards long, and this was actually a pretty good deal. This is from a company, it's called Forever in Time, I think it's Multicraft Imports, and that's not a company that I'm familiar with at all. It looks like it's based out of Canada, actually. But these were only $1.18 a piece, which to me is a really good deal. I've seen someone on YouTube, it's Crafting with Jen, or Quality Crafts, and she has someone who lives, I think she said they live in Canada, and they get stuff that looks kind of like this for $1 all the time. But if I get something like this for $1, it's because I'm at a scrapbook expo and it's clearanced, or Walmart's clearanced them down. I mean, that's a really good price for me. So I picked up 2 rolls of that just because I like to keep that in hand. And then the real reason I placed the order is I have been wanting to get some of these Glassine bags, and so I picked these up in 3 different sizes, and each pack has 25. The first size, this one was 4.5 by 6 3/4. So I could fit an A2 size card in there. And so if I chose to. This one's a smaller size. It's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And this one is 5.5 by 7 3/4. And these are actually distributed, they're Paper Accents brand, and they're distributed by Peterson Arn, which is a company I'm a little bit familiar with from back in the day when I had my scrapbooking store. But I haven't seen these a lot in the stores where I live, and so when I found a place to get them, I was excited about them. I don't know how much they normally cost, but each one of these, I'll just show you. The small one, this one I paid $2.79 for. This one I paid $4.89, and this one $5.59. So you guys can tell me if you think that's a good deal or not. They're 25-piece bags. I really didn't know because I don't have ready access to these things where I live. So for me, it was a good deal. But then I know I was looking at the email and stuff today, and they have all sorts of stuff. They have Tim Holtz movers and shapers dies on sale. And they have all sorts of things on sale. They weren't things that I was really looking for, but every once in a while I get daily emails telling me what's on sale. So I do glance at them every few days. I'll go through and read them, and then I'll go through and see if there's anything. I don't buy a lot from there, but what I do buy seems to be good prices and good quality. So that's pretty much it. I know this was a long video. Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks so much for stopping by today. And remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.